In this video, we're going to take a look at some tile patterns and how can we figure out the equation or the rule from that tile pattern. Looking at the first example, we have figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3 that are given to us. What we need to do on each figure is find out how each one is changing. So from figure 1, can I see what tiles have been added? One way of doing this is by looking at figure 1 and can I notice where figure 1 is inside of figure 2. And if I would move figure 1, you can see that it fits right here. By identifying that, I can figure out what now has been added. So figure 1 is this shape, which means this block and these two blocks have been added. Now I want to do the same thing for figure 2 and figure 3. So if I look at figure 2 and I move it over here, I can tell it fits right there, which means that we have added this block again and these two. So each figure is adding one block on the right side and 2 blocks on the bottom for a total of 3 blocks. So if I wanted to figure out what is going to be figure 4, just shifting the figures to the side so I have a little extra room, I want to look at figure 4 by taking a look at figure 3. And then I know that from figure 3, I need to add one more on the right and 2 more on the bottom. So this entire shape then here will be figure 4. Following that same pattern, if each previous shape meant that we took 2 off of the bottom and 1 off the side, working backwards, that means from figure 1, I would take 2 off of here and 1 off the right side, meaning that figure 0 is going to only have 1 tile. So coming up with a rule now for this. Our rule in y equals mx plus b format, our figure 0 is how many we're starting with. That is our y-intercept or our b value. So that becomes a positive 1. Our slope or the m value is how much it's changing by. So in this case, it is changing by plus 3 and plus 3 and plus 3 each time. So our m value or the slope will be 3. So the rule for these figures is 3x plus 1. If I wanted to figure out the number of tiles in figure 60, I would use y equals 3x plus 1. The x represents the figure number, and the y value is the number of tiles. So figure 60 would have 3 times 60 plus 1, which would be 180 plus 1, which would be 181.